Hello everybody, welcome to this episode of Low Carb in the Leaves, where I am patently not out in the leaves. I'm Dr. Mary Barson from Real Life Medicine and I'm out and about in Melbourne visiting family and friends today. So had a bit of a break from our lives over Easter. It's important to rest and recuperate. Certainly back into it now. And a common theme that I have heard amongst all of our wonderful people is that a few people found Easter really tough from a healthy change, weight loss, lifestyle point of view. And it really, it can be possibly even harder than Christmas in a way, because the traditional food items that are around at Easter, your hot cross buns and chocolate and Easter eggs, there really aren't kind of low carb real food versions of those. Not easily come by anyway. So I would like to invite you all now to take stock of how you're feeling. How did it go? Was it easy and fun? Did you eat Easter eggs and hot cross buns and feel fine about it? Did you eat Easter eggs and hot cross buns and feel terrible about it, filled with shame and guilt and a sense of hopelessness? Did you not eat the Easter eggs and hot cross buns? How are you? And so much of what we help people with in real life medicine is getting back on track. This idea that, people fall off the wagon. I hear that a lot. I've done the words that are associated so frequently with these Easter holidays is I've ruined it. I'm derailed. I'm off the wagon. Really negative terms, especially I've ruined it. I'm derailed, somehow your health and wellness is a train wreck of, a smashed train lying sideways off the rails. Sorry, I've been distracted by gorgeous children. Your health is like some train wreck lying sideways off the rails that's completely broken and battered with no hope of ever getting back on track. I don't really think that happens. I don't think that the language derailed is helpful. Instead, think of them as, little slips and lapses. And slips and lapses are extremely... I'll put you on in a minute if you keep doing that. Slips and lapses are normal. They are completely normal. And it's not a little slip doesn't mean that you need to throw in the whole towel, that you are a ruined train languishing on the side of the tracks. Instead, you can simply divot back into, just merge back into your lane. I had to think of it, your health and wellness journey, as you travelling along a road towards your journey. And a little lapse here and there, even slightly more significant ones, really, you can just decide to turn the car around and get back onto your lane. It's still a perfectly functioning car. You can move it in any direction you want. And if you lapse, you can just come back in. If you lapse, you come back in. There is no derailment. You're not a derailed train. You are a car and you've decided to change direction and come back on track to your goal of health and wellness, whatever that is. If it's your goal is to reverse diabetes, to lose weight, to reverse fatty liver, to get your polycystic ovarian syndrome into remission and achieve a pregnancy, whatever it is, you can always choose to move back into that lane. It's this nice, free, wide, easy lane, and there is always room. So every single bite, you guys can choose to come back into your lane. And just because you get out of it does not mean that you need to hate and berate yourself and say, well, this is it, I'm consigned to my unhealthy lane, going off in that unhealthy direction forever. So that I find that mental imagery is a little bit more useful. You're not a train, you are a highly mobile car, perhaps even an all-terrain vehicle, and you can drive your health wherever you want. And if you did have a bit of a carby Easter time and you're feeling a little bit cruddy right now and you want to get back on track, here are some practical tips. Don't try and fast while you get back on track. Wait until you're fully back into low carb real food before you fast again. I would say make sure you've got plentiful low carb real food around. Because you might be hungrier as the carb cravings have kicked back in if Fluffy has awoken. And I'll explain more about Fluffy in a minute. And have a bit of extra salt, maybe a bit of extra fat, and just be kind to yourself and eat. If you need to have more than 3 meals a day, if you need a few extra snacks, low carb, real food snacks to get you through while your body readjusts, that's not the end of the world. And don't fast as a punitive thing. Fasting should never be a punishment. Fasting is about nourishing and healing your body. Fluffy. So a podcast came out this week, which I think was good timing, about me having a lapse where I ate the ice cream. And the podcast is entitled Dr. Mary Ate the Ice Cream and Woke Up Fluffy. I encourage you all to listen to that, where we go into greater detail about ways to get back on track after little slips and lapses, because they're totally, completely and utterly normal. All right, beautiful humans. Had to be a little bit early today. Because we're off. We've got things to do in Melbourne on these school holidays. So remember, progress, not perfection. Have a wonderful day and we'll see you all tomorrow.